Test, test, test. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the GGDA stream tonight. Let's get rid of that echo there. So we've got a special treat from Waller Digital, better known to most of you as Robert Waller, Xbox SiNKR. So I've already gotten into playing it, so I'm sorry you won't see it from the beginning. Haven't figured out how to restart the whole thing without loading up another profile, which I might do just to show you the beginning. But I'm going to start the way all gamers start any game that they get, which is by checking out the credits. Yeah, we need all gamers to do it that way. Hey, Mark Watson, Railroad Studios, Blazing Phoenix, Matt Franklin. Appreciate all of you being in the chat. Matt, thank you for helping me troubleshoot. Yeah, it was bizarre. I got this all set up earlier today, and then I turn it all back on, unchanged, and can't get any voice on it. And just have to restart OBS a number of times until it starts picking up the right parts. And the computer too, which is probably really what it was. Anyway, hey, Stu Phelps did art. Look at that. Music from Manatees, Kevin MacLeod. Under Creative Commons License. Love the music. Good stuff. Yeah, streaming live. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate the troubleshooting suggestions. All right, so now that we've done some with the credits, let's point out one thing that all us game devs do. So all of you who know the Xbox controller know the X button is pretty important. In the upper right of this screen is an X. So what do you think? Should I press X or A to activate that button and get us out of the credit scene? Let's see what chat has to say. Come on, you can give me something on this. Let's see. I know there's a lag. Yeah, there's some lag. Thanks. What do you think? Should I... Okay, Railroad Studios votes A. Malik Watson votes X. It is indeed A. Yeah, so this is not uncommon, where you take an interface element you had for another version like the PC, which is classic. You do an X in the corner, that means close this window. For an Xbox controller, it can mean something else altogether. So yeah, we hit A to get the X. Yeah, that is not at all an uncommon thing to happen, because it's going to be a real pain to change that. All right, next. Let's do what every other gamer does, and let's go ahead. Well, Railroad Studios has a good point. It says, I'm not sure she's ever played on Xbox, and that's a good point. For an Xbox player, hitting the A button to select something is instinctual. So that is a very good point. All right, let's look at the various settings. All right, we can turn the music up and down, turn the sound effects up and down. Oh, the background. I'm not losing that pretty background. That's one of the cool things Robert's done with this. Just this full atmospheric feeling. Yeah, when I hit that, we lose the background. I don't lose the background. So let's keep the background. This last one is to use the rumble pack from the controller. Buzz it on and off. And it's pretty cool how the rumble pack works with this. So we'll keep that on. Nicely done. This is an interesting setting for the screens. See how I can adjust actually the size of the screen for this? That's pretty whacked. I like how Robert added that. Have a really concise look if I wanted to. But I like kind of the big screen. So let's stay living on the big screen. Thanks everyone for dialing in tonight. Appreciate y'all being here, being part of this community. And more fun things to come. So let's go select the X again with the A. Alright, we've got the straight up play button. This means select our level. I've played through a few levels, so I'm not coming in blind to this. Plus I played SiNKR before on the PC. But let's go ahead and look at what Robert set up here. So in order to maneuver everything, I'm pretty much just using not the pad, not the D-pad, but the main stick on the left of my mouse. None of the others really do anything. I can go back to 6, I guess is as far as I can go with this. Can't go back to the initial starting ones because I guess I earned that achievement. Hey, I didn't show you my achievement! So, well. This was not originally an Xbox game, Matt. This was originally a PC, and he's done mobile, good mobile stuff with it. Maybe it was originally mobile. No, I'm pretty sure it was originally PC. And then he did mobile. It might have been the other way around. Yeah, you might be right about it having started as iOS, now that I'm thinking about it. He's put it up in a lot of different places now. Maybe it did start as iOS. That could be a good call. And that's part of the minimalist look for this. It is a good, it's a good puzzle game. It's a good mobile game. So let's see how it works on the Xbox. All right, so we're gonna go back to 6. So you've got these various hooks on their arms. I usually refer to them as arms. They are moving these balls with the dots in them and trying to put them in the circle holes below. So I can only move the hooks in one direction. They go towards that hexagon at the end. So if I hit A, they're going to stop moving that direction. But you want to have a ball to put in the hole before they do, kind of like most tabletop games. So I have moved the the stick, and I've now selected this other arm. I hit A and I move one of the balls into the first one. Now I move the stick again, and now we've got that arm selected, and we go whoop, and we score our first point with this. Now we have to go back to selecting the hook, move it down some more, catch this arm, select the arm, and whoop. Now there's one thing he's done in here to idiot-proof it that I really like. If I forget to select the correct hook, right now that'd be the hook on the left with the two pucks we're trying to move into their slots. The only one I'm going to move is the same hook I've been doing. Boop. And then I would transfer as that one disappeared to this one. This is dangerous. If I kept hitting A, this hook would move out of range and I have to restart the level. But as it is, I select the correct hook, hit A to move the arm. Now I got to select the correct hook again and whoop, right in the hole. So it's a little more tricky to select the correct hook in this game, but you are protected from some mistakes. Not from all mistakes, but some mistakes. And that's one interesting thing I've seen designers have to do when they're working on console. There are a lot of ways for people to mess it up with the controllers. If you hit the wrong button for whatever, you're less likely to do that on a keyboard. I mean, we've all hit the wrong keyboard button at some point. But when you've got the variety of keyboards, of controller selections, it's not uncommon to hit B when you mean hit A and so forth. And you don't want to mess the player up just because of some button mashing. Alright, let's finish up this level and go on to the next one. It's really cool. The rumble pack goes when you finish the level, when you finish each arm, and so forth. Alright, this is another demo one. We're looking at the demo version of this game. So these are mainly to teach you how the game concepts work. You see that there is an arm up here that in the upper right, if I move the stick, there's this double hook at the bottom. And then you've got, sorry, if I go, there we go. I can get the that stick that's over there on the left. And all of these are obtainable via that little stick controller. So if I push it to the right, I get this exact same one. If I push it to the left, I get that other one. If I push it down, I get the one below. If I push it up, it cycled. Oh, I thought it cycled through them. Apparently not. Up and down. No, up cycles through them. Down only selects the lower one. Left only selects the one up on the right, and right only selects the one up on the left. Down, the bottom, and up cycles. Pretty neat little interface. Matt Franklin says, having been raised by a wild pack of PlayStation controllers, I'm forever baffled by QTES when I'm playing on Steam with an Xbox controller. Button layouts are anything but universal. Yeah, that's interesting. People like to talk about, there are some conventions game developers follow, but there are a lot we don't. And that was one of the weird things when I was converting Noble Armada to console. Not out yet, but when I was doing the design for it. Some of the things to take into effect. Some games do it this way, some games do it that way. Which one should we go ahead with? So, always an issue. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this level. This is another educational level. If we were to move this double arm contraption, we would take all the holes, but each of the holes has a ring to show it how many times it can be used. Each of these has one ring, so it can only be used once. So I can't put 4 pucks in 2 holes. So we have to select the other ones first. So I go to the right and select the left. Zoom, take that one in. Now I've automatically moved to another arm. Hit A. When I hit A, I don't get rumble pack. But when I pick up the puck, I get rumble pack. And when I put in the hole, I get rumble pack. And when I finish the level, I get rumble pack. So watch how this hook works. This is part of his neat teaching you how you'll solve the puzzles. I get the rumble pack when I get it in the holes, and then a bigger rumble when I finish the entire level. Alright, so here you see that there are 2 holes for the pucks, this one, but the selected arm only has 1 puck in its range. So you have to select the other arm to bring it down. With this one, I push the stick to the right, I get the right one. Uh-oh. Cat is on the computer with the OBS. Don't do that, Cat. We don't want to be streaming you showing off your tail. Alright. So I need to move this arm just enough to get it to right there. Then I need to select the other arm, moving the stick to the left. And now hitting A to move both. Get one in the first hole, one in the second, and done. It's interesting that he selected to use the rumble pack that way. There's a lot of different ways to use rumble packs. I remember in the mid-90s, Logitech came out with this thing called the Cyberman, which is the first thing I ever tried to develop games for the rumble pack. And you can do anything. I mean, you can have the old rumble pack happen when you bump into walls. We did strategy games. So it's like, do we want the rumble pack to show you when you've built something? Do they want to show you when you've won a battle? Do you want you to show you when you've lost a battle? Different levels for winning, losing, etc. So Interesting design considerations when you're doing the Rumble Pack. Matt Franklin says, it seems like a game cats would enjoy. It's a Zen version of knocking stuff off the shelves. That's true, and my cat is very talented at that cat Zen game. Hey, I found something up here. You're looking at me. Good, watch me knock it off the table. There have been worse, but Egg Cream is a master of the game. Yes, the cat's name is Egg Cream. Egg Cream is a master of that game. There's no denying. All right, so let's try this level. In this one, we have two that we have to move, two pucks we have to move down, but only one hole along this route. So let's use the stick to select the correct hook. Let's move it on down, put it in the grasp of the other hook. There's kind of this interesting slide when you line it up correctly. I'm going to have to look at that, see if he does that everywhere on the grid. You can see the grid background, or if it's just when it's in the right place. I think it's anytime it hits a grid intersection. We'll try that out. Now we've got to select with the right hook, the right cursor, the right hook. Move that along. And now I push up to select the higher hook. Let's get this one in the correct place. I automatically move to this other one. That could have been dangerous. And now I've got the last hook automatically move to that one and grab it. Ooh, we're getting complex. Now we're starting to get into the real puzzles. Everything we've done up until now really has been his training lessons. And I like how Robert did this. This is from the PC version. But he does a good job structuring his puzzles so you're learning from the last one. But he's not telling you how you solve it. You're still having to figure out even the most basic levels of how the game works, but it's pretty easy to do. There's no tutorial, and I love tutorials. Shannon DeWitt says, great game on the phone. Curious how it plays on other devices. That's exactly the conversation we had before, Shannon. Was it originally mobile or PC? And you're right, I'm pretty sure it was originally mobile, just like Matt Franklin said, originally an iOS title. And yeah, it's been an interesting consideration. I don't know how much of our conversation on his design choices, his for porting it to Xbox, you were in on, but they've been fun. And Shannon, anything you want to tell us about the Southern Fried Gaming Expo? Any news you can leak here on stream? And while he's thinking about leaking news, I'm going to try and figure out this puzzle. This is one of those levels I haven't gotten to. So we see that we have 3 pucks, we have 3 holes. Only one puck is lined up with a hole already. So we've got the top left hook, obviously has to go to that final line, but it's got 2 pucks. So we only want to put 1 puck in the hole. The hook that's currently selected needs to go all the way up, but it's only got the 1 puck. So apparently we have to get the other puck in the middle hook arm. So let's shift things around here. So I've selected the left hook arm. I'm going to bring it on down. It is now lined up. Wasn't really a satisfying fix there. Maybe I'm just imagining that satisfying connection when I put them in the right place. All right. So this arm is going to go to... I messed it up already. That's how you mess up a level. Now I got to figure out how to restart the level. I didn't restart a level yet. I hit the wrong thing. I did not have the right arm selected. As you can see, I can only put 1 in that hole. So I'm going to have to start this one over. Surely there's a restart button. I should have checked for that already. Right now it just resets when I get all the arms out of the way. Oh, nice lost screen. I like that. So you all saw me lose the level now. All right, let's try this again. Let's go over here, select the left arm, bring it on down to the correct place. Beep. Now, let's select the middle arm. Let's bring this one on over to there. Now we got to select that far right arm to get the puck into the hole. Yay, and now the other 2 are easy. Just go ahead and get this one all the way up. Get rid of this arm. Get this one all the way down. Yay! Matt Franklin says that's kind of a player trolling restart process. A walk of shame in proportion to how early you goofed. Yeah, I gotta go through. Oh, I messed up. Y. Maybe the Y button allows me to unlock. Oh, that goes back. Let's see what the Y button does. Y does something now. Let's see. Oh, new thing in the game. Y changes the facing of the hook. That's so cool. Interesting. So he has reserved the buttons to do other things. Shannon is talking about Southern Fried Game Expo. He says, we are monitoring the status of the situation with the health and safety of our attendees always being our top priority. We will continue to monitor governmental guidelines as provided by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Georgia State Department of Health. So yeah, looking forward to Southern Fried Gaming Expo. Always a great event. Looking forward to being a great yet again. Matt Franklin says, no oops button. There must be an oops button, so I'm going to have to figure that out. We got the... I haven't used the left and right triggers yet. Ooh. Yep, that restarts the level. Right trigger restarts the level. I'm not sure what left trigger does. We'll find out. Right trigger. So the oops button, apparently, Matt, is the right trigger. So good to know that. I was not paying attention to that earlier. All right. So now we have to start with the hook facing the correct direction. Bring it on down, and then flip it again and bring it on down. All right, gonna have to do that again. This one's gonna be much more sensitive and tricky. So if you see, I've got the two pucks, but they need to go on opposite sides. So I guess I can carry the pucks. So you see, I'm learning more things now. Let's see. Yep, see, I get to carry the pucks when I hit the Y. But we can't do it yet because we can't bring the arm back. So right, the arms only go one way. They only go towards the hex. They don't come back from it. All right, now I can move it over and finish it up. And that's the essential essence of the puzzle. You can only go one direction. How do you make it work? Of most of his puzzles. Yeah, so Shannon, in using the console for this, the thumbstick, not the D-pad, the thumbstick cycles you through, or doesn't cycle you, so lets you select different arms. And then A moves whichever arm you've selected. And then Y allows you to flip back and forth. So I need to... Okay, what's tricky about this one? This one seems easy. Oh, I see what's tricky about this one. Aha. So I've got to get both pucks in that little hole, but if I move the hook down, if I move, here, let's look at their selected hook. If I move this hook down, it's going to bop the other puck out of the line of the hole. Whereas if I move this arm first and move that hook out of the way, I've got no way to get it into the line. So, smart little puzzle on Robert's part. I like this. I love it. You sit there and think, and then you got, oops, wrong one. Got the wrong one selected. At least it'd be no harm. So, for the one that's got the ball, I've got to go ahead and flip it. And then bring it, oops, flip it. Wow, A flips me back the other direction now. Why is that? A should be moving me, not flipping me. Y flips me. Nothing lets me move this one. What's going on here? That was the FB button, took me back to settings like that. X doesn't do anything at this stage. Matt Franklin talking about not finding the oops button. In my head, I'm hearing John Cleese screaming at the player in increasing agitation about, go then, finish what you've started. And then hitting him with a fish, no doubt. Alright, actually Cleese was in the fish flapping scenes, wasn't he? Alright, so for some reason, A is not working for this puzzle. I wonder if it can't be a bug. Is that a feature? I've got to be able to move the arm down. Y should be able to change it. Why are Y and A doing the same thing right now? Well, that's interesting. I might be restarting this one. I don't know if it's a bug, I mean, obviously that was when we did the first looks with Brian Miller, Zapmill doing them. He considered it a failed first look if he didn't find a bug. Interesting. I should have been keeping track of what levels we were on. Let's see. All right. Let's go back to settings. Let's select this. We are on lucky 13. But of course, if there's going to be a problem, it'd be on 13. That's so funny. All right, the other... Oh, these two are connected. That's even better. So these guys... That's interesting. So this is the way they can move back and forth. Yeah, I agree. I like how his zooms work. Matt Franklin says zooming the levels in the UI is a really nice touch. I agree. And I'm not sure if that was in the mobile version or not, because you really can't zoom in and out that much on a lot of the phones and the like. All right. So let's select this one. Drag. Whoops. A is not working again. Yeah, that zoom is nice. Does A only work on this one? A only works on that hook, and then he has to release. And then now he can A, and then he can A. Oh, interesting. Interesting how he teaches. Interesting how he teaches things. All right, but now this is pretty well set, so we can easily accomplish this level. Whoops. As long as I have the right arm selected. That one. All right. Now let's get this level done. Beep, beep. And now they go in. Interesting. Interesting learning that one. Oh, so now he teaches you to use the connecting hooks. So first I flip this one. Then I select the lower arm. I flip that one. I go back to the top arm. I now have to move that top arm. Beep, 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 beep. And now I have to flip it. Now it can complete its goals. And this one can be flipped to complete the two down there. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons this game has been so successful on multiple devices. Easy to learn, and he teaches it very well level by level. And really, I should have been pressing more buttons earlier on when Y and A weren't working. Of course, it wasn't a bug. That was a real feature. All right. So this is an interesting one. Let's go ahead and select the middle. Get that middle one selected. Let's see. What happens if I flip these? Whoa, I get all four on one side. I think that's what I want to do. Let's find out. One of these down to there. Kitty cat, not on the OBS, please. I hope you all didn't hear anything freaky there. The cat really wants to be in live stream. All right, but this time the arms go back and forth, so I can bring him, take one out, then select the distance. Whoops. Okay, interesting. Only one can move at a time, apparently. All right, now can I flip them around? There we go. Whoops, but now they're not hooked, and I need them hooked. Yeah, this one won't move now. I must have mussed up the puzzle. I'm going to have to think through this puzzle. Interesting, interesting. So, two of the arms will move. One will not at this stage. So this is going to be easy. I'd get the left one moving. But right now, A just has it flipping. I might have messed this one up and need to do the restart. Well, we've been wanting to test out the restart button. Now's a good time. So I'm not sure what left left didn't do much, but right restarts. Alright, we're restarted. Back and forth seems like the solution. What is causing controls to suddenly not be what the training suggests? Matt Franklin asks. There are times that it can only go in, only certain arms can move when they're hooked, apparently. So right now the left arm, which is highlighted, if I hit the A button, it does move. The center one we know moves. The right arm is now moving. So right now they can both use it. Alright, so let's get this center one. Let's go ahead and get all four. Whoops. The center one. Get all four on the same side. Flip it back. Now they're all on this side. Bring. Oh, and now this one can't go. Hitting A only moves it back and forth. Has to be positioning. Maybe because I've got the arm. You see there's this circle right on the hook. Right on the center hook from the right hook. So, let's see if the far left hook can still move. Yep. Let's see if this frees up the center hook. Yep. So maybe that's what it was. That circle was resting on it and keeping it from moving. So now, I move the far right hook. Yep, that'll move now. That goes in. Now I select the far one, pull it, bring that back, without getting the weight on the other hook. That's an interesting element. Now I can select this one, bring it down some more, shift back to this one. It can go. Shift to the center, bring it down again, shift to the left, pull that one all the way through, and then shift to the far right. One of the far right now isn't working. Oh, I know why. Let's move this one down. Nope, this one's not moving. Now, only the far left, for whatever reason, will move. Oh, no, I don't want to unhook it because I've got to bring this far left arm back over. Wait, all he does is flip now. All any of them do is flip. So I've got to maybe take that one there. Now let's see if anybody can move. There we go. Interesting. Yeah, there's a bit of learning into which can move at any given time. That's an interesting use of the controls. I know that was part of the puzzles in the past, but it's interesting seeing it implemented on console, how he handles it. Be fun to do a side-by-side of these. So Matt, surely it's easy to do. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm streaming, playing on the Xbox, feeding it into a PC where OBS is, so I can stream it out via Restream on our Twitch and YouTube channels. So, yeah, if you didn't know, that's the craziness here. So Matt, surely it'd be easy to also set up an iOS device to stream on in with a side-by-side, split the screen in OBS, so you can see each level done in iOS and in console. For you, those who think I might not be joking, I'm definitely joking. What a pain that'd be. I've got every USB and port on my machines filled up trying to get this done, and yeah, I've got USB multi-plugs, but afraid to see how that would work. Alright, anyway, we finally got this level pretty well done, I think. What was going on here? Yep, finally got the level done. Yay! Good and tricky stuff. Interesting lessons to learn. That looked really easy until you realize only a few of these certain ones can be active at a certain time. Alright. Wow, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pucks. And 2 places where 3 pucks can go. Be a lot of shifting of pucks around. A lot of back and forth to make this work. Alright. Let's see what we can do with this one. Good puzzle design by Waller Digital, I must say. So we've clearly got 3 on the top. We've got 4 on the top to try and get through to where we need them to. Matt Franklin says, actually ports and such are not the problem. I've never been able to successfully mirror any kind of mobile device to a desktop. An actual game dev could probably address that better than me. We did it once with Zapmill. We did a first look of one mobile game on his phone that we managed to connect up to his computer. I don't remember how we did it. But yeah, mobile devices, trying to stream through OBS. There's a reason people with phones only use Xbox Live. I mean, only use Facebook Live, sorry. Such a pain to stream from a phone. But there are folks who do it. Alright, this looks like a fun level. Let's see if I'm underestimating it. So, we take this middle hook, we flip it, we bring down its pucks. So we've got 2 here. We go to the center one. We pull down this puck to line it up. Then we go, oh, that one goes all the way around. I wonder if that does that on purpose. Let's see. So right now we should have 3 pucks lined up to go. Let's see if that's what happens. Yep. So we got 3 pucks going in. Oh, I see what happens down here. So if you look, right now I think I've got this lined up all pretty. But if I bring this one down, I'll knock the other puck out of line. So I've got to be careful. Hey, Matt Franklin, thanks for joining us. Yard work all day, I fully understand. It's been a heavy pollen day anyway, so I hope you haven't been hacking up a pollen lung today. But thanks for the feedback, and looking forward to seeing you on these in the future. Take care. All right, so let's go to this last one. Let's flip this around, and let's see where we have to go in order to connect to the hook arms, and even if I can connect the hook arms. And that is clearly what I'm going to need to do. Let's see. Nope, not able to connect the hook arms. Makes it very difficult for me to... oh, I should have connected to this middle hook arm so I could pull it back and forth. Perhaps. Well, let's see what happens when I get the left arm pulling its puck along. Okay. Oh! That's interesting. Maybe I need to use this middle puck. That is what I need to do. I need to have kept that far right puck hooked to this middle puck in order to have moved this one up and down. Tricky. Alright, let's restart this and see if I can get it right. That is a cool effect for restarting the level. All right. So, first, we move this middle one. Down, down, down. We go to this far left one, or right, we go to this one. Bring it down, down, down. Now we take the far right run. And run it through. Now for the fun part of this game. Alright. So, we bring him down to connect here. Bring this far left arm over. He switches to drop that off, but he's not going to drop that off now. see if this will work. I'm gonna have to try and experiment. Alright, so we connect this one, we switch it. Now it's got two, we flip it. Yeah, that's the issue. Let's see if we can trap these arms. Nope. I know some of you in chat are seeing the solution to this puzzle very easily. I've now messed it up twice. Definitely not able to hook the arms on this level. Oops, this one, they just moves back and forth now. So right now I can only move this one anyway. So yep, messed this one up. So let's see again. Interesting things. So we've got the one hook that is currently highlighted that controls 3 of the pucks. And at least one of the top 2 pucks needs to come down. So 2 of the pucks this one controls need to be in the lower quadrant. The one that's already down there and one of these 2 that's above. And then we have to be able to flip them. Come on in. Oh, of course. We gotta wait till the end to flip this hook. That works. All right. Much easier than I've been making it. It's always a good thing to know. All right. So if we get this one and just bring it on down. Transfer over this one, bring it on down. Now the far right one, go ahead and move all 3 pucks right on into its place. Get rid of it. And now this one can move all 3 of its pucks along, and now it flips. And now they all go in. Yeah, I made that far harder than it had to be. Gamers are good at that. Trying to find the most difficult solution to an easy problem. Always trust is that the gamers will try and make things far harder than we actually make them. It's always been amused at gamers who would come up to me and tell me that if they clicked their mouse really easily, they'd win battles, or if they hit their X key really hard, that they would lose their battles or whatever. So it's always fun to have people project these kind of things onto our game design. Wish we could do that sort of control, but no, most keyboards don't allow that. Most mice don't either. Oh wow, we've got a lot of holes all over the place on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pucks. 1 3 hole, 1 2 hole, 2 2 holes, and 2 1 holes. I'd said that last level is going to be my last, but yeah, Robert's done a good job of making me want to keep going. So, all right, this one will definitely be the last. Thanks to everyone who's been watching all along. Much appreciated. It's always difficult to stream puzzle games, but I'm glad we can and glad that it's working out so well. So Shannon, get this one for the Xbox. Put it in the main room at Southern Fried Gaming Expo. Let's see here. Yes, this one will probably involve... Nope, no hooking. Just a lot of getting things lined up. Right. All right, so let's start with the one that we have selected here in the middle. Let's move it down. We line that up there. Oh, interesting. This one is the one where really the work is done. Gotta do a lot of switching here to pick things up. We've got to do it. So leave the last one exactly where it is. Now I have to go all the way over to this one, the big middle one. Move it along to get 3 in. Beep, 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 beep. Now let's go all the way over to the far left, flip it. Oh, I can't move him yet. Apparently he's got to move at some other point in the process. So let's at least leave him pointing the right way. Let's see if I can move this one yet. Yep, this one moves. Let's try that far left one again. See if now, yep, now he can move. She goes and takes care of that. And now we've got a line. Do this last one over here just right. Okay, on in. Move down. And yep, had to stop there. Flip it over. I think we could flip it too early. And now take it all in. All right, everyone. I really appreciate you joining me. That's been a good look at Waller Digital SiNKR for the Xbox. Check it out. It comes out on the 17th. I believe I've shared the link for buying it into various places. Let me see if I can find where I put it so that I can put that link on into chat. Oh, don't tell me I didn't save it. I really should have. Well, you can get it on Xbox. Just search for Xbox SiNKR and you will find it. And it is one of those games that makes you want to keep playing it, just like a good game should. So yeah, definitely appreciate everyone who's been part of the chat tonight. Fun stuff going on with this game. For those of you watching on Twitch as well, I know you may have been following the YouTube chat, but great stuff. Thanks, Railroad Studios. Waller does a good job. Not sure if you've met him before, but good person to talk to about game design. All right, everybody, if you've got other topics you'd like us to cover from the GGDA, other streams you'd like us to do, email us at info@ggda.org, and we're looking forward to many, many more of these. And we have other first looks of games in our YouTube library, so don't be afraid to check those out or ask us to do a first look at your game. Obviously, we prefer doing them for Georgia-based games. All right, everybody, have a good evening. That was a pleasure, and I look forward to more of these streams in the future. Take care, everybody.